Every step you take, every purchase you make, your entire day is being logged by an endless array of devices. Servers are constantly gobbling up metrics, the exact number of steps counted by your smartwatch, the specific buttons you click on a website, or routine temperature pings from a local weather station. We assume that because we possess this massive, relentless tracking history, we actually know what's going on around us. But an isolated metric on its own is completely meaningless. If a screen flashes 15 degrees Celsius in a vacuum, you have no idea if you should grab a heavy winter jacket or turn on the air conditioning. Simply hoarding numbers creates an illusion of knowledge. We are drowning in facts, yet starving for actual answers. This happens because businesses and individuals constantly use the words data and information as if they mean the exact same thing. Think of data as raw baking ingredients. You have a bag of loose flour, some raw eggs, and a pile of sugar just sitting idle on a kitchen counter. Left alone, these items are completely unorganized. They have potential, but they lack any inherent usable meaning in their current state. Information is the actual cookie. It is the meaningful, finished product that only exists after you take those raw items and follow a strict, deliberate recipe. To actually understand the world around us, we have to recognize that gathering raw facts is only the starting line, not the finish line. By formal definition, data consists of raw facts, figures, and statistics collected directly from uncurated sources. This diagram shows exactly what that looks like. Looking strictly at the left side, data in its raw state is essentially a chaotic, disorganized cloud of unassembled particles. While these raw inputs are technically useful for measuring basic performance, they completely lack a distinct voice, narrative, or clear objective. Data serves strictly as the foundational raw material. On its own, it is utterly incapable of driving an intelligent decision. To cross the gap between raw facts and insight, we build a bridge called contextualization. Returning to our diagram, you see the mechanism in action. Raw data must be pushed through this central funnel of analysis and interpretation. This transformation requires human intent. You force numbers through the filter by asking specific, targeted questions. For example, asking, "Is my business growing?" takes a massive list of raw sales numbers and organizes them into a recognizable trend. Running facts through this analytical funnel is the only reliable method to extract a coherent, useful story from the noise of modern statistics. This chart compares the nature of these two concepts directly. On the left, we see data as raw and unorganized, directly contrasted on the right with information, which is processed and organized. We can see this contrast clearly with the weather. A raw, isolated reading of 15 degrees tells you nothing, but a synthesized forecast tells you to pack an umbrella for next Tuesday. The same rule applies to business. A blind daily list of thousands of website visitors is useless noise, but an interpreted report identifying which specific pages are driving that traffic is highly valuable. That deliberate transition from the raw data column into the processed information column is the exact moment where a list of facts becomes a clear, actionable picture. Once you have actual information, you can finally execute high-level tasks, making informed leadership decisions, solving complex issues, and gaining a true understanding of a situation. Processed information has the unique power to influence real-world behavior and dictate actions. Raw data simply cannot do that. In today's tech-driven landscape, operating under the assumption that whoever hoards the most data points wins is a counterproductive, outdated strategy. Competitive advantage now depends on the efficiency of your processing system rather than the size of your database. While they are deeply interconnected, data and information represent two entirely different phases of reality. Data will always be the unassembled ingredients sitting on the counter, waiting for a purpose. Information is the purposefully prepared dish. As you navigate the modern world, keep this rule of thumb in mind. Data provides the raw facts, while information explains what they actually mean.